Hello. Just realized my prompt from last time is still up. There we go. Let's fix that. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I feel like it's been so long. Has it been like a month? I think it's been a month. And I've been very busy. I've had 2 work trips in that time and a lot else going on. But luckily that's behind me now. I'm not traveling for the holidays. So I'm pretty happy to be able to just relax, to be able to read more. I am very excited for the days to come. Hi, Marcella. And I can't believe we're at the last TBR spin of the year. Hi, Amelia. I know, it does seem like it's been ages. I feel like I got in a groove there for a while of doing 2 live streams a month at least, and then I didn't I didn't this past month. Hi, good morning. Okay, I'm hearing a lot of cat noises. I've got the heated blanket on the bed, so hopefully they'll love that. Hello, welcome. Hi. Hey. Oh, glad you're here. Morning. Hello. Happy spin day. It is spin day. And the wheel looks a little bit different because in the past I haven't done anything different for the last spin, but I decided to make it just slightly different. I'm caught up and excited to see what the last book will be. Oh my gosh, great job catching up. Hi, Sarah. That's a good question. How's everybody doing with their TBR spin reading? I'm actually doing better than I was last month. I did read the last one I got. So last month I got The Color Purple was my book for TBR Spin. So I read that actually very quickly. It was a really great book. Very readable. And I think I was intimidated because like classic, but it didn't feel like it at all. What else? I read The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which was one of my picks from a while back. So now I'm behind only by 2 and then whatever we get today. So I think I have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and Crow Lake by Mary Lawson are my 2 that I'm behind on now. And then my last book on the stack is the new Jim Crow. So we'll see if I actually get it. Good morning. I started my 24-hour reading day for her kid this morning at 7:45. Oh, very exciting. I'm glad that we could be here for this. My reading suffered a lot lately. The move took everything from me. Yeah. Yep. Last year was my worst reading year in a long time, and it was because we moved. But this might be my best reading year ever. I'm at 88 books, and my best that I've ever done is 92. So I think I'm going to do better than that. Currently reading Fairy Tales by Stephen King. Great for this time of year. I've read all but November at this point. Nice. That's awesome. I DNF September. October audio is waiting via the library. November is nearly halfway, so not bad. Yeah. Nice. Hello. Very curious if I can actually use my last book for the spin or if it will be something different. Yeah. In the first sprint, I'm planning to finish an essay collection by Julian Barnes. Nice. Oh yeah, what are people currently reading? Like not TBR spin wise. I am currently reading The Strength of the Few by James Islington. I never know how to say his last name. And I'm getting close to halfway through that, which I've been having so much fun with, and I have been taking my time with it and enjoying it quite a bit, because I've been waiting for this book to come out basically since I finished The Will of the Many. So I'm very happy to be reading it now. Good late afternoon from England. I'm reading The Strength of the Few. Oh, nice. After a weekend of Christmas shopping, currently on page 145. Ooh, what page am I on? I am on page 319. Oh, that's very exciting. Currently reading The Ministry of Time, hoping to finish in the sprint. Oh, I hope you're liking it. I really liked that one. Still cleaning up, had a get together for my birthday today. I got 3 new books. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got two new books when I went to get The Strength of the Few. So I got that one, and I got can never remember the full name of it. The Ornithologist's Guide to Love, something like that. But it's one that's been like floating around in my brain that I've wanted to pick up for a while. And so I finally did. Strength of View here as well. So good. Nice. Oh, yay. I'm hoping I get The Will of the Many for Christmas. Oh, I hope you do too, because it's so good. Also currently reading Strength of the Few. Oh my gosh, love this. Same. I'm about 40% in A Strength of the Few. I think it's Islington. Okay, James Islington. Also, I did look up some of the pronunciations and some of the names in the books because like that was something in the first book where I was like, I don't know how any of these names are pronounced, but like in my head, I'm saying it a certain way, but like, I don't know. And so I decided to look up a few of them. I was so wrong about so many. I'm pretty sure Vis is the only name I got right. And then I didn't even know that for sure at the beginning. I said something in my video was like, is that how it's pronounced? And somebody confirmed that it is. But yeah, it's, oh my gosh. The guy's name, I see. I don't even know how it's pronounced for real now. I've been saying in my head, Ulsisker, but it's like Ulkiker or something. I don't know. I can't remember now. But yeah, there's so many names that I was getting wrong. According to people in my comments. Okay. I mean, that's how I learn how to pronounce things as well. I may actually hit 100 books this year. Nice. Before the first Herkyed, I used to only read like 10 books a year. Before I had a booktube channel, I read, I think maybe like 20 books a year. And then when I started it, I think I read like 70 books that year, and I started it like halfway through the year. It's also late afternoon here in France. Nice. Do we actually need a sprint if there's only one book left? Or I'm assuming spin. Just kidding. The spin is so much fun. Yeah. So the way that I've done this wheel this time is so usually I just like keep it the same, whatever like, you know, prompts we have on there. That's that. This time I decided to have, because we only had a couple prompts left because we kept removing them whenever we didn't get a swap. And then last month we finally got our swap. So this time I think I have like 5. So there was 5 prompts left that were just like normal prompts. There's no swaps left because it would be weird to swap the last one and then also still possibly not read it. So 5 of them are just like pure prompts the way we're used to it. And 5 of them are to read the last book on your stack. So, and it alternates on the wheel. So we have a 50-50 chance of reading our last book, a 50-50 chance. I figure that's more fun than, because usually we get to the end of the year and it's like, oh, well, I'm probably not going to be reading the last book on my stack because like the chances of it meeting the prompt is very slim. And if the last prompt does still meet your last book, like if we don't get the last book of the stack, but we get a prompt and that meets your book, like still read that. I think all but one of them specifically says to not read your last TBR Spin book. But yeah, so that's how we're doing it. So it makes it at least a little bit more interesting. Because I feel like usually it's like random, but it's better than being like, just read your last book. Currently reading A Witchy Romance leftover from October. So sorry for your loss, nonfiction, and Billy Collins' new poetry collection. That is a like wide range. I really love that. Currently reading Third ACOTAR. What is the Third ACOTAR? That's the big pink one. That's the pink one, right? A Court of Thorns and Roses. Something Mist and Fury. I feel like the third one's the one I didn't like. The second, yeah. The second one I liked. The first one I didn't like. The second one I liked. The third one I didn't like again. And the novella I should have listened to everybody and not read because everybody knew why I didn't like the third one and told me specifically that I should not read the novella. And I did it anyway. And now I still haven't caught up in the series as a whole. And I don't know if I ever will. Reading The 10-Year Affair, which is my October Herkyed book. Nice. Yeah. The Strength of the Few is my October Herkyed book. November Herkyed book. I am all caught up as far as months go and currently reading the November one, which is great because I was kind of was a little touch and go there for a second. But I did make it in time for my August book. I think I was like 2 days before the 60 days from publication date. I finished Bad Habits by Alana S. Portera, which I loved. I have Osme graphic novels out from the library, so I'll read one of those tonight. Ooh, nice. I haven't read a graphic novel in a long time. I should. I've got, I think, only 3 of them on my TBR, and they're all nonfiction. Like the nerdiest form of graphic novel. The Expanded Earth by Mikey Please. Humans are shrunk to 1/10 of our original size. Most don't survive the event as fillings or implants don't shrink. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I would so read that. Wait. Okay. Hold on, everybody. I need to put this on my list. It reminds me of, did anybody play Grounded? I still haven't finished it. But you are like a shrunken person. The Expanded Earth. Okay. That book cover. Oh. And it came out this year? Oh my gosh, the book cover kind of reminded me of like an older book. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm very excited for this, actually. Thank you so much for mentioning this and saying what it was about, because that's what got me. Why did I forget everything to read? I forgot how to use Storygraph for a second there. I started The Haunting of Payne's Hollow this morning, about a third of the way through. Awesome. November has been a horrible reading month for me. Oh no. It started out so good for me, and then I did slow down quite a bit, but it's purely like I wanted to be able to slow down to read The Strength of a Few, because I was so excited for the book, and I didn't want to just try to like rush through 700 pages of book. Although at this point, I probably will be going pretty quickly because I'm super in it now, and I still can't believe, those of you that are reading it, I can't believe this is the way that this book is written. But I'm so happy about it. Like, I guess it makes sense how the last book ended, but I still didn't think that we would get it, but I wanted it. And I think that that'll make sense to people that are reading it, would not make sense to people that haven't, hopefully. So no spoilers. Wish I could read Strength of the Few, but none of the bookstores have stock. Oh no. Yeah, I went to Barnes and Noble, which I very rarely do. But not saying anything bad against Barnes and Noble. I just have a lot of like indie bookstores here, but I wanted to be sure that I could get it on release day. So I did go there for it. Ooh, we have a birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, you were saying cleaning up from a birthday party, weren't you? I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Happy birthday. I am reading a short novella, The Butcher of the Forest by Primi Muhammad, and hope to finish it in the sprint. Nice. That sounds wild. I know. I want to read it so bad. I loved Bad Habits too, Marcella. Awesome. I regularly use my Spotify audiobook minutes to learn how to say names in books. That's so smart. I don't have Spotify right now because I tried to pare down my subscriptions. I already have a subscription to YouTube Music, which, sorry, YouTube, I hate that UI so much. It's so not good to me. But because I pay for YouTube like ad free, I don't, and then that automatically comes with the music. I'm like, I should just use that instead of paying for another subscription to use Spotify. But man, do they make it hard on me. It's a fun idea regarding the reel. Yes, thank you for saying what you're talking about. Okay, good. Yay. It will be interesting to see what's available for the December new release, as I don't think many books are published in December. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I actually haven't looked into that at all. I'm gonna have to do that like soon. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know what I'm gonna do for December. I still haven't read my March and October books. Definitely going to read my November book soon because it's also my book club book. Oh, nice. I loved Bad Habits too. One of my 5-star reads of the year. Awesome. Well, everybody loved Bad Habits. I'm reading At Night All Blood is Black by David Diep, which you recommended. Yay. Oh, I'm excited. I hope you like it. It's pretty weird as far as like storytelling and premise, I guess. Yeah. But it is quite the ride. I can't wait for Grounded 2 to have all the bugs worked out. It's just kind of funny because there's a lot of bugs in Grounded. I don't know if that was meant to be a joke, but that was very funny to me. I've just hardly read any pages in November, only about 1,200. I think I finished 2 books, not sure why. Oh, how many books have I read in November? I'm doing a specific video. Well, it's like 2 videos. So I'm planning on doing basically 2 Herkiad videos for November that will be released in December. Where it's kind of split up into 2. But so I've already finished one of them, basically. I think I'll update on the strength of the few when I finish it. But other than that one's done. I have read 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really good. Yeah, so I've read 4 books already in November. Or sorry. Yes. November. That's pretty good. It is November 23rd. But I'm happy that video will have like 5 books talked about in it total. Hello. Currently reading Wind and Truth, 5th of Stormlight Archive. Awesome. Ooh, Stormlight Archive still, but I think I'm going to do Mistborn first. Everybody said do Mistborn first. Payne's Hollow is my October book, so I'll be able to cross that off today. Awesome. I'm reading Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. Oh, I liked that one. Not quite as much as... Is it The Marriage Portrait that's by her? I think. That one I liked more. If I'm thinking of the right book. Glad I was able to catch this last spin today. Yeah, me too. I'm reading Metamorphosis. Ooh, and then after that, we'll be reading The Yellow Wallpaper and then Video Edit. Oh, wow. You've got some classics in there. I have 3 out of 9 books left on my uni reading list for the semester, hoping to make some good progress today. Good thinking. I have a short story anthology put together by Malka Older, Annalie Newitz, and Karen Lord for my December pick. Oh, an anthology. I have not been doing so great with anthologies or short story collections / anthologies. I did well in them again. Like I thought that I was like back on the up and up with them, and then it dropped off again. It was not meant to be a joke, but you are right about there being lots of bugs in Grounded regardless. I was just reading it like, I don't know, made me laugh. But yeah, I don't even remember what the bugs were. I don't know. That the time in my life that I was playing Grounded was insane because we had just gotten the kittens. Oh, they're both in here, which they're like 3 now. And we had to like stay in separate rooms, but Curtis and I were playing together and also with a friend in our separate rooms, like locked up with separate cats because we couldn't get them to all meet yet because, they could possibly have, certain like health things that they could give to each other and everything. Like Zuko came from outside, Klaus came from a shelter. So like they all had to be separate. And so that time in my life was like being locked away from and like trying to constantly be like pleasing each cat was insane. And that was the time that I played Grounded. So I really need to do it again. I'm currently reading Never Will Slow at Night, collection of Indigenous dark fiction stories. I am still in the middle of that one. And I have read so many great short stories from that. And I feel so crazy to have not talked about any of them because I just haven't finished it. So therefore, like I haven't talked about it. But I have read a lot of like some of my favorite short stories have come from that collection and I just haven't finished it yet. So I almost think that I need to like buy the physical book. I think that that's really what's there's something about reading a short story collection in an ebook format that just like does not do it for me. I'm on my 9th book in November. Ooh, great. 93 for the year. So it looks like I'll make it to 100. Oh, that's great. That sounds really interesting. That was the anthology. Okay. I think it's time. Let's find out if we're reading our last book or not. Okay, let's see. We've got Klaus cleaning his feet in the background. That's really cute. It actually is really cute. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'm listening to the audio and enjoying it so far. Only about 4 stories in. I actually do think I listened to a little bit of the audio. I got it from the library, but I was so close to the end of my loan when I actually started listening to it, although I was already a bit into the book because I'd read it as an ebook for a bit. But then I was like, oh, I could get through a few stories because like it is a short story collection. So it's okay if I like don't make it to the end. So then I did end up like rushing and listening to a few stories. And I do remember the audiobook being good. Maybe I should like get another loan from the library for it. Maybe that would help. Okay, here we go. Last spin of 2025, which is funny to say because we'll actually be spinning the first spin for 2026 in 2025. But oh, it looks like we have a prompt. Okay. I mean, can I count this as a book that intimidates me? A lot of what am I trying to say? Nonfiction does intimidate me. But can I actually use that? What other books do I have that intimidate me? I could finally do American Psycho. That one intimidates me. Can I count this? I don't know why it feels like it's cheating to count this when it's my last book, but I just want to read it. I just, you know, it was honestly the worst one on here. It could be intimidating for many reasons. All right. But yeah, I literally had like a book under 300 pages, a book you meant to read this year that's not your last TBR Spin book. Like I had such nice prompts on here. And then I also had this one, which has just been on there the whole year we haven't gotten. Just when you think we got through this year, okay. Right? Okay. Let me make myself big again, and I'm gonna stick the prompt on a banner real quick. Okay, a book that intimidates you. Sorry for the clicking sounds. Okay. Just so that we have it there. I think I mentioned in the last sprint I came to, I was writing a thriller book for my mom for Christmas. So I finished it and had it professionally printed and already wrapped. Oh my gosh, you'll have to let us know what she thinks of it. Like reaction to getting it and then also like when she's read it. I'm going to do A Stranger in Alundria since I started and paused it, which I never do. So it seems like a sign. Ooh, that's a good idea. Swapping to the master and the margarita. Oh, this prompt wouldn't have been my first choice for December. Honestly, not mine either. I'm trying to decide if I actually want to do this. American Psycho is just like another one that's still on my 25 books to read in 2025 list. So I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm trying to think like overall on my TBR. I mean, Tom's Crossing. No, I cannot read Tom's Crossing at the end of this year. That needs to be like fresh year with how long that book is. It does intimidate me though. Yeah, all I'm thinking of is like long books that intimidate me. Wandering Stars for some reason by Tommy Orange does kind of intimidate me. And I can't really explain why. I think because I liked There quite a bit, but I felt like it was a super complete story. And I know that it's an extension of that. And also, I do feel like I needed a lot of my brain power for There to like really give it the attention it deserved. And I worry that I won't be in the right frame of mind for Wandering Stars to like give it that. If that makes sense. I'm gonna read, might not, but I'm trying and no one can take that away from me. You know what? You got this, Karen. I believe in you. I will need to do a swap. Not sure what I will pick. The book I read for TBR Spin in November would have been my pick if the prompt had come up earlier. Oh, Wandering Star was my last book. Ooh, what did you think? Did you like it? I feel like it's mostly long books and nonfiction books that intimidate me. So can I just count my last book? Oh, you know what intimidates me? Mistborn. Because it's starting Brandon Sanderson. Should I do that? Should I start my Brandon Sanderson journey now? Is that crazy? Is this a sign to read the first Wheel of Time book? It might just be, oof. I also have that one on my TBR. And you know what? It's not the sign for me. It might be the sign to read Mistborn. But I think my book club might reread There, and I kind of want to do that first anyways. Oh, yeah. That I think is also part of my hesitation with reading Wandering Stars. Like I remember some parts. I don't know how much it is a continue, like I don't know how closely they are related. Last book on my stack. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's even more insane that we could potentially read the last one. But I do think that people have spoken, and you have spoken, so I think it's gonna be Mistborn. My second thought was literally continuing Mistborn. Love it. Less intimidating, I would think. I mean, I don't know how long the Mistborn books get, but the ones that I have currently are not that long. Also, it's a mass market paperback, and we all know how I feel about them. I love reading them, so I am very tempted by it. I either got this from a little library or from a used bookstore. Usually when I have a series, especially a fantasy series that I know I'm going to read at some point, then I will start collecting the mass market paperbacks when I can find them. So that's what I've done with Robin Hobb, although I still only ever found 2 of those. I do have some of Wheel of Time in mass market paperback, which is great. But man, those are very lengthy. I also have one like hardcover gigantic book from Wheel of Time. And I used to have the Way of Kings as like a regular paperback that was like huge and floppy, which is fun. But then I did find the Way of Kings, or I found the same book in my used bookstore here as a mass market paperback. And even though it's so thick and it will probably be more annoying to like actually physically hold and read, I did end up getting that and then putting my bigger version in the little library here. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Winterberg's Last Journey by Jaroslav Rudis, which is over 400 pages. 2 has tiny letters. 3 is translated from Czech, which for some reason intimidates me. I mean, I'm intimidated for you. Tiny letters. That's an underrated intimidation tactic. And I think that like sometimes I don't know, like if books that I'm going to read have tiny letters. So like how are you supposed to know? Okay, I'm actually very excited. Like it is something that I didn't think that I was going to do today. I did not think that I was going to start my Brandon Sanderson journey, but here we are. I love the Mistborn mass market paperbacks. Yes, they're so I already love those. Okay. I do think that I got it from. Oh yeah, that's right. I got it from ARC, which is basically like the Goodwill of here. We do have Goodwill still here, but so yeah, very cheap books there. I forgot. That's where I got it from. I could use Mistborn. Although I'm already reading 2 fantasy at the moment. Yeah. It does feel kind of crazy to pick that when I'm currently reading another fantasy. But I mean, I'll be caught up in the series, so it's not like it's not like I'll be mid-series. I am, however, mid-trilogy for a Robin Hobb series. That's one of the books I finished in November, was the first book in the Tawny Man trilogy. So like there's that. But that's fine. Oh, and I did start the V.E. Schwab, the Vicious trilogy. Villains? I think it's called The Villains. I believe it's meant to be a trilogy. Okay. I'm going to read a book about quantum physics, not something that is ever shown in a Hallmark movie while people are sitting around the Christmas tree, but here we are. Yeah. You're welcome, everybody. Usually you save your most intimidating book for January when you're starting out the new year and you've got all this like motivation. But nope, we're doing it in December. Ooh, I was just thinking actually while I was looking at my bookshelf a second ago that I could have picked a Jeff Vandermeer. I have Hummingbird Salamander by him. I also get intimidated by him. And I love his writing. I love climate fiction. That being said, I did DNF one book by him, but it was his YA. So I feel like it's a different context. But yes, and I would agree. I do think that Born is an intimidating read to like get started. But I do really like it. Yeah, I really like Jeff Vandermeer. But I am intimidated for some reason by Hummingbird Salamander, even though I have read at this point 5 books by him. 6? I think 6 books by him. Oh, and then he continued the Southern Reach. It's not a trilogy anymore, but he continued that one. And so at some point I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, we had somebody liked dog earring pages, which is fine. It gives used books more character. Also, there's something about knowing when somebody stopped in a book to be like, oh, they had to put their book down here. Okay, so I think we will get started with our first sprint. So as always, I'm going to be reading my TBR Spin book for the first sprint. I probably will end up editing in follow-up sprints, but I will definitely start this one now. But I am also going to make myself some oatmeal because I am very hungry. Oh, do you already know when you are doing the spin for January? I haven't really decided yet. Sometime in December. I don't really want to do the last weekend because it's like right after Christmas and before New Year's. Maybe I'll do the weekend before like Christmas, the week of Christmas, maybe. I might also end up doing a Friday. I took off every Friday in December from work. So I might end up, I don't know. I'm not sure. My tentative idea would be the weekend before the week of Christmas. It would be lovely to have a nice get together before the new year. Yeah. That's true. Maybe it is nice to have it like during that time. I don't know how much people like are I'm not traveling, so like that's easy for me to do the weekend between, and it could be like a nice refresh time anyway. I'm not sure. I might maybe I'll put a poll together for the first break. So that when we come back we can do that. Have a poll of like which weekend to do. I'm tackling my disaster of a closet for first sprint, then reading will be my reward. Smart. Very smart. Yeah, I almost wish that I was doing it in that order, but that's okay. I'll just indulge myself and get to start this book. Okay. So let me get the timer ready. Okay. Oh, I still have my fall background. It doesn't feel very fall anymore, but that's okay. Ooh, my mouse is freaking out. And what do I usually do? This one? No, this one? Yes. See, it's been too long. Okay. We're ready. Yeah. So happy reading, everybody. Okay. How did everybody's first sprint go? I didn't get much reading done. In fact, I'm going to continue reading this for the second sprint because I did not read enough of it in the first, because I ended up updating the Storygraph challenge, making oatmeal. Curtis woke up, made coffee, so I have that now. And I was creating a poll. Also, I looked at the map at the beginning for far too long. I love maps. I love maps in fantasy books. Okay, I'm also going to start a poll for our next, for when we're going to do our next TBR Spin Sprint. Okay, but how did everybody do? I ended up making dinner instead of reading. That's fine. I listened to a couple chapters of my audiobook while packing, so some good progress. Ooh, what are you packing for? And I also had something that I wanted to show everybody. I'm so excited about this. I got an advent calendar. It's a stationary advent calendar, but the packaging is so cute. It's also quite heavy. But this is it. So it's like a little bookstore, and then when you open it, each of the days is like the spine of a book. And I'm so excited. And it is taking all of my restraint to not just like start opening them way too early. But like, it's not okay. It's not that much further until December. So like, I can make it. It's fine. Oh, you're moving. Nice. Oh, exciting. But yeah, a lot of work. A lot of work. Read just over 60 pages of Strength of the Few, so broken to the 200s. Yes, it's so good so far. Yeah, the way he's able to keep the stakes like pretty high all the time so that I'm constantly like, oh, I want to know what's going to happen next. I want to know what's going to happen next. And to do it in the specific way that he's telling the second book is like so impressive to me, because I feel like a lot of other authors writing the same thing I would struggle a lot more with. But like, I don't know, everything seems so important and so impactful that, and like, yeah, I'm really loving it. I ate dinner, told my husband he was on cooking duty tonight as it's TBR Spin. Nice, love it. Read exactly 40 pages. That's awesome. I cleaned my bathroom and finished a few more stories and Never Whistle at Night. Oh, great. That advent calendar is absolutely amazing. I know. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. Zuko is just like meowing at me from the bed on my desk. I just watched someone unbox that whole thing. You're in for a treat. Ooh, okay, good. I'm glad. I'm also glad I haven't seen it. I did accidentally open 24 because it's like the roof. I didn't mean to. It was just I was picking it up and it like, but I only saw, I think it's something in something. So like I only saw the outer layer of it. But I was very annoyed at myself when I was like, oh, that's day 24. That like just opened. I joined 5 minutes before the end, so I read 3 pages of a Spider-Man comic and the Penguin Marvel Collection book. Great. And welcome. Read 35 pages. A character just had a real casual 10 pages long monologue. Oof, that's rough. I'm struggling with my current read. It's a book from an author from my country, Switzerland, but it's really confusing, especially because I'm reading in German, not my best language. Oh, yeah. That seems very hard. I want that advent calendar box so I can just use it again in future years. Same. In fact, I actually am using an advent calendar from last year again this year for something. And I thought that one was really cute, but now I'm like, this one's so much cuter. I am keeping this one forever, I'm pretty sure. I also need to, I wonder if it'll fit on my bookshelf like sideways. I might need to like raise a shelf up so that it fits. I finished cooking dinner, ate it with TikTok, preparing myself to read the last 100 pages of my book. You've got this. I read a few pages of Blood and Fire. I'm enjoying it, but it's taking ages for me to read. Yeah, that one took me a long time. Is that the third book of that's the one you were reading, right? third book of the ACOTAR series. The bad thing is I don't know what it's called. Continued following my little people trying to cooperate in order to drive a car, save themselves from crazy children trying to torch the car. Good. Read a few chapters. Finished my book. Great job. Oh my God, I love the advent calendar. Will you be recording, opening it on shorts? Not that you have to. Ooh, I hadn't really thought about that, but that could be fun. I might. I think that I would want there to be like more to it than that, but I'm gonna noodle that over. I read about 30 pages, so I'm about halfway through my book now. Great. I'm getting an advent calendar with used books. And I'm so excited. What? How? Where? From where? That's so cool. Oh my gosh, how fun. My mom also got me an advent calendar, a tea advent calendar for my birthday. So that one's in the kitchen waiting for the time. I think it'll be like my 4th tea advent calendar. So I didn't think I was going to do one this year. And I was kind of sad about it because I got this other one, which was more expensive than a tea advent calendar. So I was already like, okay, you can't get another advent calendar. But then my parents ended up getting me that for my birthday. So perfect. I'm 70% done with Strength of a Few. Gonna be a long night. Oh no. Is it getting like more intense? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. What are you reading? I am reading Mistborn. I only made it like 10 pages in. So I am going to continue reading it for the next sprint. Actually, I might just end up reading this the whole time today. Like, I want to read for a certain amount of time every day anyways. So like, I might as well, right? Or maybe for the last sprint, because I'm planning on doing 3 today. So we've already done 1. I might switch over to the Strength of the Few for the last sprint, but I'll definitely continue Mistborn in the second one because I did not get far enough into it. I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying sitting down and reading today. I'm so stressed out lately. Yeah, honestly, same. But yeah, you've been going through so much lately. So I'm glad that you were able to take the time to sit down and read because that is hard to do. Page 450 of 1329 of Wind and Truth. What is that book? What series is that from? Oh my gosh. No, Blood and Fire is the first in the Bound and the Broken series. ACOTAR 3 I'm doing on audiobook. Okay. You know what? Once I said Blood and Fire, I was like, wait, this doesn't sound right. Like A Court of Blood and Fire. Doesn't sound right. I get it from the UK. They don't ship internationally, but someone kindly helped me to get it. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I got a puzzle calendar and I'm getting my partner to wrap 12 of my books from my shelves so that I can open and read one every other day. Oh, not sure I can read 12 books in 24 days though. Ooh, I might have Curtis do that next year. I really like that idea. I've also done a puzzle advent calendar before and I really loved doing that. That was wonderful. Wind and Truth is 5th of Stormlight Archive. Longest one yet. Oh, one day. But just starting my journey. I told Curtis when he woke up, I was like, it turns out I'm starting Brandon Sanderson today. Like we knew this day was coming eventually, but it's today apparently. I'm halfway through the 3rd Mistborn book, Hero of Ages. Great series. Ooh, I think I have that one already. Do I? No, I don't. Do I? No. I've got some from the because it's like a trilogy and then there's like another series in the same world. I don't really know how it all works. I'll have to look that up, but all I know is this is first. But I did like what I read of the prologue so far. I like the setup of where we're at and seemingly corrupt government. I love a corrupt government in fantasy novels, which is probably why I like The Will of the Many so much. Just finished At Night All Blood is Black. Not really sure how to feel about the ending. Yeah, yep. That is gonna like play in your mind for a while, so be prepared. At least it did for me. What book is it? Oh, I don't remember what we were talking about then. I got the puzzle advent calendar or the puzzle calendar idea from you. I wanted one since I saw you had one. Yeah. Oh, I ended up using that one I think 2 years in a row too, for something. Okay, I'm gonna pause this because I don't want it to keep going yet. I've been collecting my New York Review books to open for next year. It's hard to not open each package as they arrive. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh my gosh, I should like make myself an advent calendar by buying books like every month and then in December actually getting to open them. That would be so fun. But I also have so many books on my TBR. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm reading Turton's The Last Murder at the End of the World. I've been taking forever, keep stopping because I'm annoyed, mostly because of awful voices narrator uses for dialogue. Ugh, and often confused. That's Stuart Turton, right? He did is that All the Colors of the Dark? Is that him? I know he did the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I always have a hard time saying that name because it sounds really close to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. But I think that he wrote both of those, both of which I've been very interested in reading and haven't yet. All the Colors of the Dark is the December is my December book club book for my like in-person book club. So, but I don't know. It's such a long book to commit to, and I have so much other reading I want to do before the end of the year. And I like tried a little bit of it and was not ready for it when I had it from the library last. So I don't know. Jen the librarian did a book advent calendar last year, I think from a local bookshop, and she filmed herself opening it each day. It was fun. Oh, cute. What puzzle calendar did you get? It sounds like the perfect gift idea I'm looking for. Mine was I'll look it up during at the start of this sprint because it was like one artist that does a lot of like holiday themed puzzles, like puzzle art. And so they were all just like of his stuff, which was really fun. I also have a puzzle advent calendar. So exciting. What are your plans for Christmas? I'm not totally sure. We're just going to be here though. We might spend some time with friends and do like a friend's Christmas or something. It was just too much for us to travel back to family places for Christmas, especially I'm going to be seeing my family in February. But yeah, it's just really expensive flying right now. And getting somebody to watch the cats, especially while Scout is, has more medical needs than she used to. So we would need to find, somebody that could give her medicines and all that kind of stuff. So we ended up deciding to stay here for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But yeah, so I'm not totally sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. We have quite a few friends actually that happen to be staying here for Christmas this year. So I think we'll be okay. Oh yes, love Jen's calendar. I anticipated every opening. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and watch actually because I don't know that I've ever watched her channel. I'm trying to think. That's the bookshop. I get the calendar from. Oh, I love watching Jen's videos. Cool. Oh, that's so smart of a bookstore to do, honestly. Mine is Jan von Hosterson. Christmas advent calendar. I also loved watching Jen's last year, hoping she or someone else does the same this year. It was so cozy. Ooh, did she do a video every day or did she do like one full video? That does sound like fun. And then did she read it? I'm going to have to look it. I'll look into it. You don't have to tell me all this. I can look into it myself. Okay. So let's go ahead and do another sprint. I'm going to look up the name of that artist that did the advent calendar that I got because it was a good one. One every day. Wow. Okay. I'm definitely going to be looking that up. Would love to see shorts of when you are opening your calendar. I do think that would be fun. I think Jen this year is having her girlfriend buy and wrap her books this year. She asked for suggestions a few weeks back. Oh, cute. Just casually getting ideas. I ordered the Once Upon a Book Club advent calendar or advent for the second year and have the Bon Mammon advent calendar this year. I was trying to find a third one to get, but failed. Oh my gosh. There's so many great ones out there. Jen's channel is fantastic. Okay. I'm definitely going to be watching. But yeah, let's sprint. I'm going to read more of Mistborn this time. I'm going to actually read this time. And then Yeah, that's it. There was nothing else after that. Let's sprint. Okay, that was another 40 minutes. I don't know why I paused for the break. Okay, and there was a few messages that came in. I only do an advent calendar for my kids. I feel like I need to up my game and get one for myself. Yes, you should. Advent calendars are so fun. And especially there's so many now. Like when I was a kid, it was just like the chocolate ones. Like that was it. So, but yeah, I have friends that have kids that do like the Lego ones and stuff. Oh my God, I would have loved that as a kid. Actually, I would love that now. If they were more complex. I think they're more like play sets though. But I don't think that I'm gonna be using that much. Maybe I should do my YouTube premiere and do shorts too. Oh my gosh, please. No pressure, but I would love it. Jenna's doing it differently this year with the help of her wife, and that's such a lovely idea. Yeah, I looked up her channel. I actually do think I've seen a video, at least like a video of hers before, but I just didn't make the connection in my brain to. I'm bad with names, but yeah, I'll definitely be watching her advent calendar videos this year. That'll be so fun. Wishing me luck with Royal Mail and DHL International. Yep. I did find on Etsy there is an independent creator that does that creates book advent calendars, and they're used books. You can pick the genre or have like all genres, and then you can also give them your Storygraph or Goodreads. And now I'm very tempted. I would have to order it like today though. Ugh. I shouldn't, but maybe next year. Oh, and I did look up the puzzle thing. I did the Michael Storing's 12 Days of Christmas Advent puzzle calendar. So maybe I should, yeah, let me put a link. If this will open. I really like the idea of doing the New York Puzzle Company one, but that's like $200. So like that's not happening. And I don't know why this isn't opening for me. Oh, I know why. Never mind. I was clicking the wrong place. Oh, you can get it through bookshop.org too. Okay, that's the one I'm linking, but this is the puzzle in general. You can probably get it cheaper from somewhere else. But that's the one I did a couple years ago. And it's 12 separate puzzles. They're really small. They're like this big with like tiny little pieces. It's very cute. I have a lovely tea advent calendar from Bird and Blend in the UK. It was a bit pricey, but I'm excited to sit down and have a bougie tea. Yeah, it is exciting. It feels like your past self like treated your future self for every day of December. Well, leading up to Christmas. I finally decided to pick This Room is Impossible to Eat by, not even gonna try. Translated from Slovak by Julia and Peter Sherwood. I have a Slovak sister-in-law. She's read it. I have never heard of that, but the title is so interesting. I have the Bird and Blend Advent Calendar too. Oh, cute. Made Progress in Limitarianism by Ingrid Robbins. Very good. Ooh, what is that? Is that nonfiction? Limitarianism. I'm trying to figure out what that would be. Read 36 more pages of Spider-Man. Will continue the current comic and then continue in The Lost World by Michael Crichton. Oh, I'm halfway and loving it. Was scared it would be too sciencey, but it's not. Yes. Oh, I love Jurassic Park and The Lost World by Michael Crichton. Those are still my favorites of his. I still have a book by him that I haven't read yet, although I haven't had it for very long. I think I got it out of a little library this year. Oh, it like put the link into 2 separate messages. I'm guessing it was too long. But yeah, you can see the name in like the link. It's just the Michael Storing's Advent Calendar. No worries. I love Bird and Blend. I bought a jam calendar a few years ago, but I got it on sale after Christmas. Oh, and it was very cheap. And I loved the jam. That's a good idea. I should be looking for advent calendars after Christmas that are cheaper. Okay, it is a nonfiction. I read like 45 pages of Ministry of Time, and I'm on the edge of my seat. Yes. Oh, I'm like, this is bringing back memories of reading it. I read the whole of 8 pages. That's kind of how my first sprint went. Need to finish this book today, as I need to do a pre-planned post about it on Tuesday and won't have time to do it on Monday. Oof. How much further do you have? Heard greatest things about the Bird and Blend calendar. Now I want to do the Bird and Blend calendar. I can't even remember what the company is that did mine. I did David's Tea last year, which I think is Canada based, maybe. I found out about it from a Canadian YouTuber, at least. So maybe that's why I'm thinking that. I'm feeling advent calendar FOMO. I've never done one. I will have to try to find one in the next couple of days. Yes. There are like some very simple ones out there. I mean, like the most simple I would say is like a chocolate advent calendar, or they used to have those ones where it was literally just a picture. Like you open the door and it was just a picture, which I think is more for like counting down the days, and less about like getting a thing every day. But yeah, there are so many out there now. If you have a Costco near you, Costco does quite a few advent calendars, although they're a little pricey. They do, I think, a cheese one, a wine one, and a beer one. So all of those are kind of pricey. But yeah, there's like the puzzle ones. You can get puzzle ones for pretty cheap. There's like crafty ones, which I've always kind of considered doing. 92 pages left. Okay, you can do this. You can finish this today. Finished a novella. Nice. The FOMO is real. This is my first live with y'all, joining a little late, I'm assuming, since I got home from church and had to put a toddler down for a nap. Currently reading Annihilation, by Jeff Vandermeer. We were just talking about Jeff Vandermeer, talking about Born. So I've read I keep wanting to call it the Southern Reach trilogy. For a long time, it was a trilogy, but he just released another book for it, so it's not anymore. And now I guess it's just the Southern Reach series. So I've read the first 3. I haven't read the new one that came out. But yes, I love Jeff Vandermeer. And I got to see him talk about one of his books at one point. It was for Dead Astronauts, which is the second book in the Bourne series. Geez, one sounds up my alley. Yes. Oh, I would love to do that one year. Not going to start another because it's midnight here. Fair. Bode Lane Libraries do the old school paper advent with little pictures and bookish energy. Oh, that's cute. I'm actually getting into the Christmas mood thanks to you all. Yeah, me too, honestly. I mean, like, I was excited for it because of the advent calendar, but like outside of that, I hadn't really done a whole lot. I did just start last night because I wanted to make us Christmas stockings this year, but I had lost my crochet hooks for a while. So I only started yesterday. This is as far as I've made it, which is just the cuff that's going to go around the top of the top of the stocking. But it is so cool. Crocheting this way, it looks like knitting. Like I didn't know that if you just did slip stitches and back loops only over and over, it looks like knitting. It's so cool. But yeah, that's the top cuff of the stocking. So hopefully I'll at least get mine and Curtis's done this year. I kind of want to do one for all 3 cats. But we'll get there. Also getting into the Christmas mood. I'm putting my tree up on Thanksgiving this Thursday. Oh, we're thinking about if we should do a tree or not this year. We haven't tried it with the young cats, and Klaus eats basically everything. Like anything he can stick into his mouth, he will. He's like a toddler, but he's a 3-year-old cat. So I'm a little bit worried about the idea of getting a Christmas tree. And also both of them like love to climb things, and they like shimmy their way up scratching poles and stuff. I'm a little worried they would do that with the tree. So we haven't fully decided yet. But we want to do it eventually, like because we love having a Christmas tree. So we can't forever put this off. Oh, yes, please don't forget to, give this a like. Yeah, it is a cozy sprint today. I'm actually really loving the vibes. I didn't even give an update on my book. So I made it through I finished the prologue, and then I, read chapter 1 and started chapter 2. It still looks like I've read nothing, by the way, but um but I'm really liking it already. I am very excited to like actually dig into this book and this series, because the setup for it was so quick. It was impressively quick how much you get like a feel for the environment we're in and the goal we have. And then I'm like just starting to get little bits of the magic system here and there. So I'm looking forward to finding out more about that, especially because Robin Hobb talked about it. Where did it go? Oh, there. It's literally the first page. But Robin Hobb talks about how good the magic system is in this book. I mean, she talks a lot about a lot of things with it, but um, and as we all know, I love Robin Hobb, and I will trust her opinion about anything. So that made me more excited, particularly for the magic system. And she also said the politics of it is really good, which I love in fantasy books so much. I don't always love that in real life books. In fact, I almost never do. But seeing like allegories to to political systems in fantasy books way more fun, and also the outcomes are typically more fun than they are in real life. All right, so we're gonna get into the last sprint. I'm gonna switch back to like my actual current read and away from my TBR spin pick, of The Strength of the Few, and see how far I can get in that. And this is, did I already say it? Last sprint. Happy reading, everybody. Okay. Just finished up our last sprint. And I've got a cat on my lap. He was very needy at the end of that. And also now my book is like covered in cat hair. I can't like pet a cat while reading without like all the fur clinging to the pages of the book, which I don't love, if I'm honest. But how did everybody do? Regarding cats and tree, we're gonna get a big light up Christmas ornament like a stack of presents or reindeer so they can't pull it down, and put the tree in the playroom. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, we might have to get crafty. Also, Knits by Lizzie did an amazing video about all the things, including decorations that you can knit at Christmas. Ooh, cute. I can't wait to do this. That would be really fun. I do like the idea of making my own little advent calendar of like crocheting or knitting. My friend was talking about doing that and doing like granny squares for every day. So I might do that. I don't know. But I do think that sounds like a lot of fun. Hi. Oh, welcome. I'm glad you were able to make it. Unfortunately, that was the last sprint, but I'm glad that you were here. Just joining. My last spin book is Remains of the Day, which kind of intimidates me. I know it's short, but I'm intimidated by all the hype. Yeah, that makes sense. And I think a book that is hyped but is also like a very like slow paced book is almost like, because you get into it because like there's all this hype around it, but then like you actually like settle in to like the pacing of the book, and it's like very different vibes. But yeah, so I think that super works for the intimidation. Did some work and read one more chapter of my book. Great. I've got less than 50 pages left in my book. It just mentioned the Master and the Margarita and every member of the book club DNFing it. Oh no. I'm sure you'll get along with it better than these fictional characters in this book. Gave up on the Turton, which sucks because I bought both the hardcover and audio. But I started Jamaica Inn. I have high hopes because Rebecca and my cousin Rachel are favorites. Oh yeah, I still haven't read Rebecca. I really want to. I also want to read my cousin Rachel. I'm gonna have to get on that at some point soon. These sprints have really gotten me back into my book and have been so lovely. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm already thinking about my spin stack for 2026 and how to choose. Me too, because there are some. I need to admit to myself at this point, I'm not going to finish my 25 books to read in 2025. That does mean I think some of them are going to be leaving my bookshelf, but I do think I'm going to create a contingency plan for ways I can keep some of them. But for the ones that I am keeping, do they go back on TBR Spin Stack for next year? I don't know. I need to think that through. But yes, that has also been where my mind has been at. Got to page 253 in Strength of a Few. Don't want to stop, but it's dinner time. Yeah, I got to, I think 340 something, 346. And something that made me smile happened in one of the chapters that I read during that sprint. Made it to 42% into my book. We'll continue reading. Oh, great. That's really good. Read one of the short stories in the book I'm reading. Awesome. Just finished Ministry of Time and I'm literally crying real tears. Yep. I did the same. Yes. Got 13 pages into my book. It's so peaceful in my home. I kept falling asleep. Just like inhaled. I was going to say that, yes, that happens to me all the time. I think because I mostly, or like, I always read before bed. That's like the habit that I like always keep, that like sometimes when I'm reading during the day, my brain's like, I guess it's bedtime. Especially if it's like it's very quiet in the house. I'm also very excited about the 2026 Spins and Sprints. Yes. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a video like officially announcing that it's going to be happening for another year, going over the rules and everything, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly the same. However, if you do have suggestions for ways to change it, also if you have prompt suggestions, please, let me know. I try to pick prompts that are open enough that ideally one of the books that are on the stack can fit the prompt. Obviously, that's not always going to happen, especially towards the end of the year. But at least at the beginning, we're like, that's a possibility. Because so like I don't ever do like genre specific prompts or anything because everybody's going to pick different books based off of their taste for the stack. So it is a little hard to come up with prompts for it. But if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know, either maybe like comments here, chat here, Instagram message. I don't know. Maybe I'll put out a post or something. So the next spin will be the weekend after Christmas. Yes. So our first spin of 2026 for the 2026 sprints or challenge or whatever is going to happen the weekend after Christmas. And so that'll be for our January book. So I'll schedule that and then just make sure that everybody has their 12 books ready to go. I've been able to finish about half of the stories in Never Whistle at Night. Oh, that's great. Great job. I read a few pages in Hamnet and started my ABC Challenge book for X, Saint X by Alexis Shaken. I don't want to say anything. Never heard of it, but sometimes it's nice not to read a hype book. Yeah, I have read it. I've also read Elsewhere by Alexis Shaken, which is one of my favorite books. Saint X, I did not feel quite the same about. But it is readable, so I did get through it pretty quickly. And maybe you'll like it more than me. I have about 70 pages left in my book. It's getting crazy. It's been a long time since I read a Kelly Armstrong book, but now I'm remembering she's like this. Love it. Oh, good. I was just about to ask if you were going to explain the spin stack sometime. Yes. Yeah. I'll make like an official start of the year video for it, or anticipating the start of the year because it'll come out in December. And everybody can prep for the year. Is there a translated book prompt? There has been in the past. I don't think there was one on the wheel this year at any time, but that one I could definitely do again. Nonfiction, I probably won't do. We have had a nonfiction prompt before, but I think some people don't have any nonfiction on their stacks because they don't like reading nonfiction as much. So I try not to. I want at least if people don't have it on their stack that like they would have it on their TBR, and some people like just don't read nonfiction. But translated book, I definitely think that would be a great one to have back on there, because I think people would generally have a translated book somewhere on their shelf. And if they don't, they should. And sometimes people don't realize that something is translated, and it gets them like thinking in that way about the books on their shelves. But yeah, great one for it. But I think we're done for today. So if you do have any other suggestions, please put them in the comments. And I will call it out again when I do like the video in preparation for the new year. And hopefully we can get some good prompts in there or something. This is a great one, Marcel. Oh, I love this. How about a book that starts with TBR Spin? So one of those letters. Oh, that's so good. And that's like a good spread of letters, I feel like, that like you'd probably have. I love this. Great idea. Okay, great. We already have 2 prompts ready for the new year. Yes, right, Sam? Okay. Anyways, thank you all for joining me today. I will for sure see you the weekend after Christmas, but likely a reading sprint before then because it's been too long. And I like to have at least 2 in a month, not just 1. But at the very least, I will see you then. And I'm very excited. TBR Spin 2026. Thanks, everybody. Bye.